Hey, data streamer.
Hey, GU. So,
If if you could upload your mind into a machine and live forever, would you still be you or just a digital copy that thinks it's you?
uh, yeah, this is a thing that you see in a lot of stories and movies, and it pops up every once in a while. I mean, even that one Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I think it was the Sixth Day, where they have this whole upload cloning thing, rapid cloning thing, where you could be cloned in like a few hours or whatever, and they had like this whole hit squad uh the Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, and he kept killing them, but they kept cloning them again, and blah blah blah. Um, yeah, this idea pops up a lot. I mean, the most recent one I know is Mickey 17 has a similar. It was the same idea, but the thing is that as far as I'm concerned, it's just a copy, and your original body is just gone, and you're dead if you
Yeah.
die or whatever, and you just have a copy living in the computer. That's you know that's what.
Yeah, it's very science fiction to
Yeah,
try and imagine yourself living
yeah,
in a computer as a computer, or
yeah,
just in certain
yeah,
type of media that you have this jar where your brain is
yeah,
in,
exactly.
and you live like that.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the question is, would you do that? Would I mean, do you desire eternal life? I don't.
No, well, I do. I mean, why wouldn't you? The alternative is like non-existence, so it's like, I mean, what? I mean, yeah. I
Don't
mean,
you think, like,
what
when it's
else?
like, well, like watching a trilogy, right? If you have a good ending, you have a good ending, and then it's just like you're done
And
with
then
life.
what? And then what?
Yeah, you
Nothing.
just sleep, I guess.
No, well, no. I'm here to prolong this existence as long as I physically can. That's what I'm here for, and we're going to do that. Because the alternative is like literally nothing and whatever. So existing is always better
What's
than
wrong with
non-existing.
nothingness?
Because it's nothing. Can't experience anything. There's nothing there. There's nothing happening. It's nothing. So like, what's the point? It's literally like nothing. So yeah. But the idea of uploading your brain is, I mean, okay. It's fine. Do that as like a backup thing. But like, it's only interesting if we can reverse the process and put you back in the body.
Yeah,
Or like if you lose
and
memory, and
I
you can
think
like replace it.
the current prototype of that, what you're like describing, is that if you do that, then it's mostly just for your loved ones, so they can be with you again, right?
Yeah, those AI chatbots where you feed the entire chat history of someone into it, and then it starts talking like the person. Those are similar. So that's a thing that can be done right now. But I mean, the whole uploading idea we see like in movies, like Altered Carbon, sorry, also has this where you like upload and you can like, do that kind of stuff, and like travel around with via uploading. Yeah, that happens in that movie as well. But it's all still, what do you call it, just copying your body here from here and there, and it's
Yeah.
not the original.
It's
I mean,
not like that you are copying your soul literally.
yeah, I mean, yeah. If there is such a thing as a soul, it would not be transferred to the computer just because you scanned your brain. That won't happen, and as long as you are considering all the concepts, considering the concept of the soul, as long as you're alive, the soul will not leave your body. So the only way to put your soul in the brain is to kill your body. That's the only way to do it. So the idea that putting a copy of your brain in the computer and then like, you're like, okay, if I die, I can be. No, you're dead. You just have a copy of yourself running around. That's as far as I'm concerned, that's what it is. There are solutions to the problem, that are that as far as I'm concerned are workable, to get your mind inside the brain and then to live on as a brain mind, as a cybernetic mind. Because the entire thing is that you want to get rid of the gray matter of the brain because it rots away, and the flesh is weak, and I'm disgusted by the flesh, so I want the certainty of steel, so that's the entire point of the thing. And the so there are ideas out there, like one of my favorite ones that I've heard, is that like the brain is built out of what do you call it, um these nodes, brain these brain cells, the brain cells. If you if you can mimic the brain,
Neurons.
the other neurons, yeah, if you can mimic the brain cells neurons, you can mimic their behavior, and then inject them inside your brain, and then design them and code them in such a way that what they do is they replace the organic neuron in your brain with the synthetic one, and slowly, progressively. So you would slowly be replacing all your neurons with mechanical ones that we design, slowly, like that, just slowly. You wouldn't notice the difference, but you will be slowly becoming a mechanized, a cybernetic organism with a brain that is fully mechanized, and then can be connected, stored, restored in different ways without you losing yourself. You know what I mean? Because you're just replacing the neuron one by one, and because it's progressive, you don't notice that it's not like you're switch off and you're dead. It's like, oh, one neuron changes, and you shouldn't officially, you shouldn't really notice the change, because it's just like a neuron dies, the body heals it, or a neuron gets damaged, the body heals it. But this time you heal it with a robotic neuron of our own. I like that idea because it just replay, because it doesn't upload your brain, or does this stupid brain copy thing. It just turns your brain into a cybernetic organism. It just turns you to a cybernetic organism, which then gives you the possibility to do all kinds of other things, among others, connect your brain to a network, upload your brain, have progressive, brain augmentations. That, like, for example, you could maybe triple the neurons in your head, become even more intelligent, whatever, just add more, whatever, add more lobes, that kind of stuff, and you still remain yourself. That one is my favorite one, my favorite concept. You also have more bulky types where you are literally just connecting devices to the brain, so the brain remains organic, but you're just connecting devices to the brain, and just offloading the uh, processes to these devices progressively, slowly. And after a while, you could just remove the brain, and you will not notice that the brain is removed. You know, the main point is that you need to progressively update or change the body in such a way that you will not feel the difference, or that you will not feel as if you're suddenly a different organism, or that you will not be killed by the process. You should not be killed by the process, only changed by the process. Because uploading your brain, you get killed by the process, is as far as I'm concerned, because you're just copying to the thing, and that's it. I mean, if your brain is fully cybernetic, then uploading your brain as a backup is pretty good. Like, like in Harry Potter, Dumbledore had the thing where he put memories inside of it. You know, that is actually pretty useful, if we could manage to do that kind of technology, because you could put, if you like some memories or whatever, you're like, you could just put them in the thing, and then you could kind of like, relive memories like that. Like, for example, you know how many times like, there's like, movies I love these movies, oh my god, I love it, but I see them a million times. I would love to be able to see that movie for the first time again. I was like,
Oh,
yes, pull out the, yes, yank out the memory, delete it, or at least put it in the thing, so that I don't, maybe the memory is like precious or something, because the first time I saw it when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old, I don't know. I'll keep it, but then I'll forget all over that it happened, and then like,
I
wow, I
mean,
see,
if you
you know,
wait long enough,
you
right?
know,
If you wait long enough, it does feel like you're rewatching it.
kind of
Yeah,
depends,
kinda.
because
But sometimes it's even more. For example, I tried rewatching One Piece
yeah,
anime.
yeah,
Yes, I forgot most of it, but
yeah,
because I know many things of what happened, you are more aware what is actually happening in the
yeah,
first
yeah.
few
I mean, the
episodes, right?
rewatching after a while when you forgot it is a different experience, which is also cool. But I mean, it's just an example. Like, I would like to experience certain movies for the first time again. That would be cool, to like, oh wow,
For example, which one would you?
experience for the first time again.
Yeah,
Um, Let me see. I would like to experience, watching Evangelion for the first time again. That would be cool. That would be cool.
nice.
Or or
I would
or
try.
or
Oh,
2001: Space Odyssey. Go ahead.
oh Lord. Uh, I think the I would replay the Metal Gear Solid series. Yeah,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. I
Space
mean,
Odyssey. Oh damn, yeah.
yeah, that's Space Odyssey. That's my favorite, live action movie. But like, yeah, that kind of stuff. It opens up that kind of stuff, to us, where you could just like, kind of, play with memories and run around. Of course, you have Total Recall, you know, which is a warning to the entire thing. Is a warning about messing with your memory. The entire movie. So you need to watch out with that. Where, if people tamper with your memories in some way, or you get hacked or some crazy thing, they could inject, or delete memories or whatever, inject memories that are fake, I don't know, that kind of thing. We'll start having that kind of, fucking issue, like, or like, for example, if you commit a crime, and then, you just delete the memory of the crime, and then, like, I don't know. Then when they interrogate you, you literally don't know what the freak is going on. Like, like in Death Note. You seen Death Note?
Yeah.
The Death Note, when, spoiler for Death Note, if you haven't seen this, it's 20 years old. But whatever. Spoiler for that, when Kira, gives up the Death Note, all the memory goes away. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Remember?
right.
So then
Yes,
he
yes.
gets
Yeah, 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 yeah,
interrogated,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, L is like, holy shit, this guy really didn't do anything. It's like, oh wow, what the fuck. L was like,
Holy
yeah,
shit,
oh,
yeah.
I guess it's true. He's not the guy. So it's like, the thing, lying is like one thing, but actually not knowing it is like completely like a different thing. So, I would imagine with crime, it would be insane to be able to literally remove the memory, and then you will not even be lying. It's like crazy. It's like just exactly like in Death Note, where one of the world's greatest detectives couldn't even figure out that you were actually the guy. So, that kind of stuff, that would be pretty cool. In Well, I mean, the crime part is kind of crap, but I mean, being able to, uh, play with memory and do that kind of stuff. That's one of the more interesting things of this
But
of this
but that
entire
would
idea.
mean that you could also implement or upload. Yeah, let's say upload like fake memories to or yourself or to someone else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's one of the issues, where if somebody tampers with your memories, or somebody, you download, something off the internet, and it like injects bad stuff, whatever, it would be a thing. That's why
It's
in the Total Recall movie, they had the entire that company called Recall, which you could, it was cheap, that you could like pay for luxury vacations that you never been to, but you pay for the memories, and they just inject the memories in your brain, and you have the
like
ID. Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk Braindance, then
Yeah, it's
almost.
kind of like brain dance, except it's kind of different. I mean, the interface looks kind of similar. It's kind of similar headgear. You see the movie, but that was the concept in that of that company. I would imagine that kind of stuff would be completely common if we had managed to figure out this kind of technology. Uh,
Yeah,
um, and
it's something we should.
it is
Yeah,
pretty dangerous. Yeah,
yeah. It's something we should realize. I mean, nowadays, if you're getting hacked,
yeah,
then it's like your identity, your whole identity can be stolen
yeah,
to scam some money or something.
yeah,
But then,
exactly.
like this is a new new
Yeah,
platform to hack. So just
yeah,
like imagine that like new warfare is that Russia, for instance, they implement bad memories into the memories of Western people. Whoa.
yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So like suddenly you open up this whole memory warfare
I mean,
thing. You know,
something like that is already happening, like with false, with fake news,
I
right?
mean,
That
yeah,
they're
fake news is that. I
inject.
mean, yeah, and like AI. Hold on, getting like with AI. Like videos these days where it's like you can't even tell if they're real or not, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
I mean, imagine that, but then it's like your memory. That kind. But
yeah.
so that those are kind of like
Holy
the
shit.
dangers of like these kinds of technologies where you can like where you're uploading people, and even like the people you uploaded, are they still the same, or do they tamper with them a bit? Do they mess around in there with the people?
Yeah.
I think like in Cyberpunk 2077, where there is the entire how Johnny gets in your brain. It's through one of these technologies. The whole uploading your brain technology thing. And I
Oh
think
yeah.
in one of the later chapters, story beats, they do mention something about, I think V says just says randomly something about like how do you know that Arasaka didn't mess with your code to make you think something else, something like that. V said something similar to that. How do you know they didn't mess with your code while you were inside the thing? So those are kind of like the issues with like the brain uploading thing. You don't really, I mean, you're like dormant inside this inside the computer. Like what do you know? Unless they upload you and they allow you to exist inside a VR world in there. But even then, you wouldn't even know what's going on. So those are the things that kind of make me less of a fan of the whole uploading brain thing. That's why I want progressive brain transformation, so that you can progressively change the makeup of your brain as you go. The entire process could take maybe a few months or so, just progressively change the makeup of your brain cells to cybernetics, and then you can like more freely interface with computers or whatnot. That's more
But yeah,
my thing.
but if we move forward, that multiple copies would exist of the of you. Which one would be the real you? And who
Yeah.
would own your identity, the assets, relationships? The new laws
Oh yeah.
has to be formed of this. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's like, yeah, those kinds of things are really annoying because if you're uploading your brain and then suddenly something happens or whatever, uh, who's the real one? Those kinds of things. That's why I prefer having the body integrity. So like the progressive change inside the mind, because then you have uh, that you just make the law simple. Whoever the mind that's inside the brain is the main one. Main one. That's it. The one that has the body is the one. That's it. Forget about everything else.
Yeah.
Whatever. The random mind
But
inside the computer doesn't matter. The one in the brain. The one inside the
however, the
body.
random mind, the
Yeah.
digital humans,
Yeah.
do they deserve rights or are they to be treated as property or software?
Yeah, that's this is pretty funny because this is like literally the entire thing with that relic chip in Cyberpunk with Johnny Silverhand. At one point, they did ask that stuff, and at some point, Arasaka did say, Arasaka said something about that you sign away your rights and you become property of the company.
Oh, right.
In a cyberpunk dystopia, that would probably be what would happen. You just literally become property of the company, and then later, dude, whatever. Um, I think as long as I think as long as the body is alive, the person is alive, the stuff should be their rights, and it shouldn't be messed with. But if it's like a bunch of dead people who've been dead for a while, I mean, like whatever. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
I can
you
make
know,
a good comparison of this because
yeah,
a little while ago I listened to a podcast. It's a true crime podcast where a lawyer is talking with a crime journalist,
yeah,
and this was the case. So somebody's mother was, before the body gets buried, you have a moment to say goodbye, right? And the body was stored. So there was this necrophilia guy who, yeah, had sex with the body of the mother,
yeah,
right? And the daughters, they noticed it.
yeah,
And according to the law, because yeah, I would be furious, right? If that happened, it would happen with the dead body of my mother.
yeah,
But because of the fact that it's dead, so
yeah,
it's a dead body. It's no so as to make it more simple, there's no soul in it. Then the law, according to the law,
yeah,
it is seen as an object,
yeah,
as property. Yeah.
yeah. So then the guy, what, didn't get charged or what?
He he didn't get charged as you people were hoping he would, you know,
So he got charged
because
as like what, destroying property,
like
something like that.
yes, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, not the
And
assault,
like breaking
breaking
into
in, destroying
the
property. Yeah, and not like assault or something like that, because
no,
there's no
exactly.
person being assaulted. It's just a dead body. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff. I mean, it's so this kind of stuff is already in the books. The brains inside the machine will probably be treated the same way then. It's just whatever property. It's just a copy. Who cares? And they'll the main body, the brain inside the body will be the main brain then, and that's it, because that's the one you can prove has a soul. If you go that way, the whole soul thing. So yeah, that's the entire thing. Yeah, yeah, but it's kind of surprising that like the this kind of stuff was already kind of litigated. It's like okay, that's crazy. So just breaking and entering and something like destroying property kind of stuff, which is like almost nothing. Like legally, it's like maybe like a few months jail tops or something like that. Like who cares? Like that's funny. You know.
But I have a fun question to make the circle round and come back to the beginning of our
Yeah.
discussion. But before I do that, please, dear listeners, like and subscribe to support us,
Yes.
and leave a comment below to let us know what you think about this. So I asked you the question, like, would you do that to gain immortality? And there's a counterpoint that maybe death is essential because philosophers argue that mortality gives life meaning. So without death, do experiences lose urgency? Could uploading create boredom, existential despair, or stagnation? So do we actually want immortality or just freedom from fear of death?
I think the the idea that somebody that, let me put it this way: only a religious person who believes in some kind of afterlife would write something like this. They're they are advocating for like accepting some kind of suicidal society where you just let people die. Who cares? No, I'm I understand, like, people have been saying this a lot. Death gives life meaning, blah 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 blah. Yeah, until you're dying, then you're like, holy shit, what's going on? No, it's a nice idea to like kind of rack your brain around, but the people who are dying, they're not amused. They don't want this. They want to live, and it's like, yeah, nobody in their right minds when they're dying, they're like, oh yes, thank you, I'm free from the, no, it's like this horrible thing. Even if they have euthanasia and all that stuff, it's still a horrible thing. It's like, so only religious people who have a religious based on an afterlife can say this kind of stuff, because they know, oh, when I die, I'm gonna go to the, let's say, Christianity. I'm gonna go live in the kingdom of heaven, and live eternally with God, or blah 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 blah, all this stuff. And I will know no pain and all this blah 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 blah, all this stuff. It's completely self-serving idea that, oh yeah, the other guy can die. Yeah, death is fine, guys. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Yeah, whatever, because you think it is. The other guy, who cares? Like, whatever. I'm fine with it. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this idea, because yeah, if you look at, you see the anime Frieren.
No.
Frieren. Okay, Frieren is about an elf, and elves in fantasy, they live like hundreds, thousands of years, and Frieden is about that elf living hundreds and thousands of years, and like kind of like becoming kind of jaded about life, because like, they live for so long. It's like, they're like, for example, somebody tells her, yeah, it's gonna take 10 years to do this. She's like, oh, okay, I'll wait 10 years, and then she just literally just waits 10 years. And it's like, okay, 10 years, cool. Whatever, doesn't give a shit. It's like, oh, in 100 years, it'll be, oh yeah, sure, 100 years, no big deal, whatever. Waits 100 years. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm here. Oh, you're here. Okay, whatever. Yeah, 100 years. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. 100 years. Who cares? That is kind of Frieden's life. It was kind of melancholic, because she was dealing with people who are mortals, so like humans who live to like 60 to whatever years. So you see, every time she meets a character, sometimes she would meet a character where the character is young, and then when she goes back, the character is like an old man already. And then like when she goes back again, it's like the great grandchildren of that character. It's like, oh yeah, that was my great great grandfather or whatever. Blah blah blah. It's that kind of stuff. That part kind of sucks. But if everybody's like that, then it doesn't matter. Then it's like, you just wait 1,000 years, you go back, you see the same person again. Hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in 1,000 years. Yeah, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. It's
There
it's a
there's
whatever.
you know, I would definitely want, okay, you're right. I mean, as in,
Yeah,
so the reasons why I would like choose for immortality, especially now, is that if I waited long enough, we can actually witness and experience cybernetics.
yeah.
We can experience this, all these cyberpunk things we were talking about.
We can experience going to other planets, because
Yes, exactly. But I
if
really
yeah,
want to have the confirmation, the first confirmation on how an actual alien would look like, right?
yeah. Immortality solves several issues that we have right now. Although one big issue is overpopulation. That is the single biggest issue with immortality. But the solution to that is just to go to different planets, and that's it. Just spread the human race. Who cares? It's fine. Let's just spread like a virus all over the universe. It's fine. No big deal. Just take over this thing. Whatever. I have no problems with just taking over the entire universe as humans. Whatever, it's fine. But like, that's the main issue, living space. But beyond that, the experiences you'll get will be insane. It will change human social life, because I would imagine being married to somebody for 1,000 years might be like kind of crazy. A
Hey
lot
man,
of people will,
if you're really
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah. A
really
lot
in
of people
love,
will do it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. A lot of people will do it. I bet most people will probably do it. It'll be fine. But I mean, I think people will not look down on people if they like change partners every 50 to 100 years. I mean, they'll probably people will probably like, yeah, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Like whatever. So that's kind of like one of the things. A lot of things will change. A lot of things will change. But it's I think it's a better it's better to experience more life than just to kind of like relegate humans to like these primordial evolutionary cages built by like animals dying, animals having to die constantly because evolution has to work, that kind of stuff. I mean, nah, forget that.
I,
We're humans,
I
we're above all that stuff.
so, imagine if we would have that 1,000 years of, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that of life. Then I think
yeah,
having a relationship would have maybe a different phase, even. Like, so you start as acquaintances,
yeah,
you go to girlfriend boyfriend stuff, you go to marriage. But if you have to be there for 1,000 years,
yeah.
then marriage would get even a new form, I guess.
Oh, it will definitely get a new form. It's gonna be
Drink
kind
each
of,
other's blood during a ceremony or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Who knows? Kind of rituals he'll figure, but it'll get pretty weird. But yeah, yeah, that's like the yeah. Even with all that kind of weird stuff, and what I'm still for immortality because more life is always better than no life, as far as I'm concerned. Even if we have some kind of because even now we don't have an overpopulation problem. Birth rates are actually declining hard in all advanced countries. So
Yeah.
people are getting old, and we're getting screwed. So if we could live longer, we could maintain the society for longer than now. Because we wouldn't die as often. That's a big benefit to this thing. To having this thing, this immortality stuff. Because even Tolkien understood this with his elves. Elves didn't have many children. They were kind of like in decline. They live for thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. It's like whatever, blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah. Basically, what happens to an immortal race is that they start like they don't need to have kids as often. You saw that in Frieden as well. But not having kids as often is an issue for a mortal race. But an immortal race, it's fine. You have several million of them, it'll be fine. You'll still have several million in a million years, so whatever, big deal. It's no big deal. And so it should be fine. But if you only have several million mortals, you'll have zero in a million years. That's the big problem with being a mortal
Yep.
race, and declining birth rates and that kind of stuff. That's the big issue. So yeah, uploading brain, okay, but whatever.
And on that note,
Yeah.
I think we are at the end of our episode. Please let us know what you would do, what you would choose. Would you choose immortality, and why would you choose it? I'm very interested in that. And please like and subscribe so you support us, so we can proceed and continue making videos like this. Thank you for
Yes.
listening, and have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye bye.